Good afternoon. It is Friday, December 22nd, 2023. Merry Christmas. Today we're going to take a break from Mark and look at another passage of Scripture dealing with Christmas. I love Christmas time. I like everything associated with Christmas. I like tamales and cookies and Christmas decorations. One of the ornaments on our Christmas tree that I look forward to seeing every year is a little clay man that I made back in the first grade, over 55 years ago. The glitter's all worn off, the face is non-existent, but every year it brings me joy to see it hanging on the tree. I just think it's fun. It makes me happy. What makes Christmas special to you? In Isaiah chapter 9, verses 6 and 7, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, the prophet Isaiah gets a glimpse of who the Messiah is going to be. In Isaiah 9, 6 to 7, he says, "For a child is born to us, a son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His government and its peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David for all eternity. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies will make this happen." It's a beautiful, beautiful prediction of who the Messiah is going to be and what characteristics the Messiah will have. He says, a child is born, a son is given to us. It is precious in our families when we're able to have a son, and we appreciate that ability and that wonderful sense of creation. And here God shares with us his son. And then he says he's got a tremendous burden on his shoulders. The government will rest on his shoulders. In other words, be supported by, be carried by, be helped by the Messiah. And he gives him some amazing titles. He calls him Wonderful. He calls him Counselor. And I think those two are supposed to be together. Wonderful Counselor. How beautiful it is to recognize that God is not a God who sends out dictates and demands, but part of his relationship with us is that he is a wonderful counselor to help listen, help us understand, give us instruction, give us direction, and help us understand where we need to go. He's a wonderful counselor, but he's also a mighty God, powerful beyond anything we can imagine. Then he calls him Everlasting Father. How beautiful it is to understand that every interaction with God is a permanent interaction, that God continues forever. And then he calls him the Prince of Peace. And he says his government and its peace will never end. Oh, how desperately our world wants and needs peace, especially in the Middle East, especially right now. We're praying for peace and seeking God to bring peace and asking that the Prince of Peace would come and restore peace. His government and his peace will never end. Then he says he will rule with fairness. How beautiful that is when things are fair, when things are just. He rules with fairness and justice from David's throne forever. It's going to be an ongoing reign, an ongoing administration of justice and fairness to those who are downtrodden. And then Isaiah promises that God's passionate commitment will make this happen. This is not a fly-by-night whim in God's eye. This is something God has a passionate commitment about, that the Messiah, his son, will bring peace. God makes it happen. What a beautiful image. So this week, when we're looking at the baby in a manger, let's remember the picture Isaiah drew of this wonderful counselor, this mighty God, this everlasting Father, who would bring peace as the Prince of Peace. May this Christmas you be blessed of God. God bless you.